What's up guys, I'm Mackenzie and today we're going to be talking about something a little different, something I'm very passionate about, and as you would have seen by the title, that is indeed the Capital One Cup semi-final between Everton and Manchester City, and also there's going to be a little note and word about Liverpool versus Stoke City. So, if you guys enjoyed the video today, be sure to like button, subscribe, and comment the video suggestions down below. If you want to see more videos of me talking about football, I would appreciate it if you commented and like down below, as I'm, interested by it. If you want to check out my previous videos where I talk about football, you can check out in the link in the description. But let's get into this video and let's talk football. Alright. Everton have just beaten Manchester City 2-1 in the first leg of the Capital One Cup. And as you would all know, if you're subscribers to my channel, I am proper bloody buzzing. And not only just because I just finished playing with my vibrator, but no, seriously, Everton have just gone and beaten Manchester City 2-1 in the first leg of the semi-final at Goodison Park. And I'm going to be giving you guys my verdict on that match and how it went down, as, it was pretty exciting and probably one of our best performances of the year so far. And I thought I'd give it a little rundown and ask you a question at the end of the video as well, so stick around for that. Now, pretty much the first half of this game was kind of divided in half in terms of each team, because the first 20-25 minutes of the game, maybe 15-20 minutes of the game, was completely City. We hadn't even sat into the game yet. We just were like getting overrun by them. They didn't have any real clear-cut chances, but they were knocking at the door and they were looking dangerous with Aguero, with Yaya Toure, De Bruyne, and David Silva. An exceptional lineup there, despite the injuries they have, which was pretty, nerve-wracking, because you're thinking, Jesus Christ, we don't want to concede here. But then all of a sudden, something just clicks, and we are bang right on that crap. And we actually put the ball in the back of the net twice already. John Stones put one in, and also I think it was Romelu Lukaku, but unfortunately, both of them were offside goals. But it was only looking at what was to come in the game. We were actually growing into the game, playing some great passes through Delafay, slipping some good ones through Besic, playing like a legend. Besic was absolutely bloody awesome, man of the match by an absolute country mile. But yeah, those first two real chances were offside. John Stones was not offside himself, but everyone else in the free kick that got crossed in were clearly offside by a long shot. Still put it in, and things are looking positive. Another one is Delafay running through. He does some great footwork and gets a pass out to Lukaku. Lukaku, of course, unfortunately offside, but still puts it in the bottom corner, which is good, because you're thinking, well, he at least can put it away, which is good to see. But then, just before half-time, Everton get a corner, and Tom cleverly just crosses this in. There's a bit of confusion in the box. He gets hit out to Ross Barkley on his left foot, smashes it at Willy Caballero from about 20 yards out. Brilliant shot. Keeper saves, and it drops perfectly to the feet of Ramiro Funes Mori, the centre-back for Everton, who just does a decent touch and just smashes it in to make it 1-0 in the first half with like 2 minutes. No, it was in stoppage time of the first half. That's how late we left it in the first half to get that goal, which was really good. There was a bit of debate whether Lukaku was offside or not. He was in an offside position. Whether or not the referee gives it as an offside is kind of up to his interpretation of whether Lukaku made a play in it, whether he influenced the way the goalkeeper went, because he was kind of in the way of the goalkeeper, but he wasn't in the way of the shot. The goalkeeper wasn't bad-sided by Lukaku standing there. I don't think it's an offside. Some referees could see it's an offside. It wasn't an offside though. Keeper saved it. Ramiro Funes Mori put it away, and we go into the halftime leading 1-0, and you're just thinking, all right, this is going very well, doing better than usual. I mean, lots of people were very pessimistic going into this game, thinking we're going to get absolutely slaughtered. I, for one, wasn't. I was actually hoping for a 3-0 win, believe it or not. But 1-0 up at this stage, we were happy, and we were going, okay, you know what, we can do this. We can push on. We just got to hold out for the first 10 minutes of the second half and then push on for a second goal. But we didn't. We didn't hold on for the first 10 minutes of the second half. We went up and pretty much played in City's final third, or our final third, for the entire first 15 minutes of the game, just passing it back. As soon as they cleared it, they got the ball for like 20 seconds. We got it back and we played it through and had brilliant chances. Probably could have scored at least one more, but didn't. And we'll see whether that comes to bite us in the ass later in the second leg. But there were some halftime substitutions as well. Mangala came off for Demichelis, and as soon as I saw Demichelis coming, I was like, sweet, this slow prick is absolute shite. Mangala is shite, but Demichelis is even worse, and we had a freaking game with him, mate. We had fun. Barkley, Morales, Delafay, Lukaku, they were like laughing. They were having fun. They were touching themselves. It was brilliant. But unfortunately, Tom cleverly went off with a minor injury, just kind of precautionary. Leon Osman came on for us, and we did a bit of a Liverpool in this game. You'll see in a minute. Countless amounts of offsides. The amount of times times freaking City just pushed up was incredible. We had about 6, 7, 8 offsides, which is just stupendous. But then on the hour mark, the ball comes into the box. It's not cleared well. It is definitely not cleared well. And the ball just drops to Sergio Aguero. And I had already convinced myself it was hitting the back of the net. I looked over to my dad. He was convinced it was going in the back of the net. Somehow, he manages to freaking slice it. That's all he did. He didn't get a proper contact on the ball. He didn't control it properly. He kind of panicked. It's not kind of the finish we were like expecting of Aguero in his career so far. He's had that accomplished finish, just brought it in the back of the net, no pressure at all. But he looked like a striker that was just not in his game today. And you can see as he went to hit the ball, he just sliced across it with his left foot, and it just went miles wide. And we were just like, well, we just dodged a bomb there. I don't believe that's the actual saying. And then some fiddling around in the back, I think by Bakary Sagna, and Barkley pounces on that crab, and he goes through, and he's one-on-one with Willy Caballero. He's got defenders rushing back. He's got Lukaku rushing into the box. Zalafeu on the other side of the box. He shoots, and it's an easy save for Willy Caballero. It shouldn't have been that easy for him. He should have put it either far post or crossed it in for Lukaku, or just hit it across the goal, because those defenders could have hit it into the own goal. Willy Caballero could have done anything. Lukaku could have scored, but he didn't, and it went out for a corner, and it was very disappointing to see that happen. And then on the 70th minute, Kevin De Bruyne gets the ball, or maybe Aguero, I can't really remember, has a shot. It's dipping into the bottom corner. Joel Robles, the backup keeper, who should 100% be the first team keeper after Howard in his freaking star jumps, gets low and does brilliantly to tip that around the post. It was a great save in the end. It wasn't going directly to the corner, but the position it was at was a very difficult one. It was pretty much level with the ground. To get down that low that quickly was exceptional. I really like that play of Robles, proving why he should be the first team keeper, as I believe Howard probably would have let that one in, but it was saved out for a corner. Nothing came of that corner. Then in the 75th minute, off an Everton corner, we playing around the box, we lost possession. We had then a defense with Navas and Aguero come away. An absolute brilliant touch by Aguero. You can't fault it. Beats, I think it was Funes Mori or Stones. There was nothing he could do, or maybe it was Coleman. Nothing that anyone could do against that. Aguero was absolutely brilliant there, and he's running down, and Besic, his only mistake of the game wasn't to mark Navas, who then got slipped through by Aguero, and Navas put it in 1-1. But only a matter of moments later, we break down the wing. We play it to Gareth Barry, who just whips in a spectacular ball. What a season he is having. Straight to Romelu Lukaku, another player who's having a great season. Hits it in, instant reply, 2-1. That was literally like seconds of play. We then went on to have a freaking Liverpool. We got 3 injuries this game. Tom Cleverley, Romelu Lukaku, who got twatted from the back, and also Seamus Coleman, who will be out for a month. They were all minor injuries, not as bad as Liverpool's one, but I said it. No way are we going to get 3 injuries like Liverpool. They got all hammies, we got all ankles. It was just ridiculous. But we did really well in the end to hold on with 10 minutes-ish of playing with 10 men, because Coleman had to go off and we didn't have any subs left. We did very well to just keep possession and hold them out, which bodes well for the future in the semi-final second leg at the Etihad. But to win that, I still believe 2-1 is well not enough. 2-0 probably wouldn't have even been enough. I think in the second leg, we have to get an early goal first 15 minutes, kill the game up there, and then kind of just solidify and just play well for the rest of the game if we're in order to get to the cup final. And also a little mention of Liverpool here. They of course beat Stoke 1-0 unfortunately, although having a Merseyside final would be pretty damn good. But yeah, Liverpool won. They of course picked up 3 injuries to Coutinho, Colo Touré, and Lovren, which is a good thing for everyone associated with football. Liverpool take that 1-0 advantage. Hopefully, I don't know if I'd prefer Stoke or Liverpool, but first we got to get past City anyway. And guys, here's the question I want to ask you guys. Do you want me to record any big games? Like, say, me and my dad always watch them, some of them live, majority of them live. If there's a big game, like if we go to the cup final or even the derby or something like that, would you want me to record it so you can see my live reaction? That's my question for you guys. But this video has dragged on long enough. I think I've got my point across. We dominated the game. We had some great chances. Besic is going to get my man of the match award. Demichelis and Mangala were twats. Demichelis at fault for Lukaku's goal. Wasn't marking him. Lukaku was brilliant. Unfortunately, he got injured. We're going to have to see what happens there. Hopefully, he's only out for the FA Cup game against Dagenham and Redbridge. But guys, that's going to be the end of that video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you agree with me, comment down below. If you disagree, comment down below. If you have any opinions on what might happen, you can comment down below. But that's going to be this video for today. Come back tomorrow for a Race to Glory, my player, and then a funny video on, not funny, just a rage video on Sunday. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.